Look at that beautiful facade. It's typical from these countries. Well, it's more typical from Belgium, I would say. But there might have been some influence from Flanders and Wallonia. And this is the Koepelkerk. Well, it doesn't look very impressive, but maybe the inside is more beautiful, although it's closed today. Yeah, so it looks like a circular church, which explains the name Koepelkerk. So that's the most beautiful part about this church. The couple. Is it called couple? I guess so. That roof on top with the view. It all looks very historical, very interesting. Even though it was bombed, but apparently they rebuilt the city in its original form. This is Arnhem Central Station, from which we both, my wife and I, have many memories. The reason why is because 4 years ago when we met each other, we didn't have we were living very far from each other. Well, not very far, like 3 hours, 2.5 hours of driving. But I didn't have a license, my wife didn't have a car, so we both relied on public transportation, trains and so on. And Arnhem was the only place where, that was like halfway for both of us, and where we didn't have to do many stopovers. For me it was only one stopover, and for my wife it was a direct connection from Zwolle. So that's why Arnhem is a place that is still in our hearts, because that's where we used to meet up while we were dating 4 years ago. Ja, hallo. Voor mij een fish and chips menu, klein. Ja. Met kibbeling.
Even kijken, 1 fish and chips met kibbeling?
Ja.
Alles iets hoor. Een pokeball. Ja, natuurlijk lunch, diner van super pokeball. Lunch. Kijk, je wil even de fish and chips doorgeven, dan ga ik even met de pokeball maken.
Ja, dankjewel. I'm not really a fish fan. I mean, I don't really like eating fish, but we found this place that was open and that looked quite okay, so it's only like they only offer fish, there's no meat or anything else here. So
mag ik jullie ook nog saus aanbieden voor bij de vis? Welke saus zouden jullie daarbij? Heb je remoulade, knoflook?
Ja, knoflook. Ja.
Is goed, komt dan.
Dankjewel. So yeah, I just ordered some fish chunks, kibbeling. It's a very Dutch thing, a very Dutch dish. So I'm gonna try that out and see how it tastes. I hope that it's okay. So this is how my dish looks like, and that of my wife is poke bowl, which is mixed with all kinds of things and salad. I believe it's keto friendly.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see if that. It was 21 euros in total. So yeah, not so expensive actually. First bite, here we go. It's okay. It's like chicken. So you can see it has a salad And this is like a very typical Dutch thing, kibbeling. Comes with chips, so it's basically like fish and chips. And this is garlic sauce and mayonnaise. So our bellies are full and I'm still alive, so that's a good sign. Yeah, and unfortunately my brain tries to trick me into believing that the food is disgusting just because it knows it's fish. But to be honest, I like ignoring my brain signals. I found it quite tasty. Ja. Hoi. Gaat al rood. The trolley buses are very typical from Arnhem. We are here at the center. I mean, going north from the center. 4 years ago, we didn't know what to eat here in Arnhem for a low price, on a low budget. So we just bought a pizza here and ate it at the park over there, the park Sonsbeek. We didn't have much money, but well, in the end it was not that bad. Arnhem was a popular city for people from Amsterdam and other parts of the country, rich sailors and merchants who wanted to have a second residence closer to nature. So that's the reason why you have this park here, Sonsbeek, a big urban park, and over here you have some old villas. They belonged to those rich Amsterdammers and Den Hagers or whatever that moved here to be closer to nature. So we often walked in this park, and it also has a water museum that is also included in the museum card, so we can go in there for free. But I don't know if we have enough time, because we want to check out the open air museum of Arnhem, which is on the other side of the city, so we'll need to drive there. Information center was a bit disappointing. It was more a kind of shop, so well, we don't really recommend it. So we are now at the famous Water Museum of Arnhem. So museum card.
Bedankt.
Ja, tenminste.
Ja, dankjewel.
A big part of the Netherlands is already below sea level. You can see there Flevoland, which was built in the 1980s, is around -8 until -7 meters below sea level. Well, what do we have here? Chemistry lesson. It doesn't work. Does it? Oh. Werkt het niet? Okay. Here they show you how you can make yourself some clouds if it's too hot and you need some shadow. Better than our bathtub. A pity we cannot borrow it.
Die komt van boven. Dat is de
So,
minstens
ongeveer
70.
10%
yeah, according to this,
niet verdampt, komt
my
in
wife
grondwater terecht.
weighs like 65 kilos.
Grondwater en oppervlaktewater
And
zijn
I was
minimaal
like 80 kilos,
met
right?
elkaar
Let me
verbonden.
check again.
Wanneer het grondwater bijvoorbeeld
Maybe I lost some weight in
waar er meer
2 minutes,
grote
but I don't think so.
boven staan.
So I am, please work. So, yes, I lost 1 kilo while standing off this platform. So it works to just walk around. It's healthy to walk.
Die stoot wordt trouwens meestal aangegeven vanaf het maaiveld. Dat is de grens van tegenwoordig gebeurt dat toch op een
So this is the Netherlands and how it changed through history because of the sea.
Dan kon de boeren dit stukje laten zakken
The sea
in de buis.
Ja.
around 2000 before Christ was not very advanced yet. Then it got worse and worse. It gained more and more land. And then Dr. Lely, he gained some land back. As you can see here, this island that will turn into Flevoland, the province of Flevoland, capital city Lelystad. And that's how it is right now. But it might change because the sea is gaining back some land positions. I mean, this museum is great for kids, but if you're an adult, I don't know, I don't find it so interesting. But yeah, it might not be our taste. Well, it's okay, I guess. If you're an adult who likes games, it's interesting, but otherwise, I think it's quite bland, like a bit boring. But yeah, nice concept. I guess this is Atlantis. Looks like it. So you can see there's a high risk of floods, and they are looking for solutions like building dikes, dams, so on. Yeah, it's a real problem in the Netherlands, the sea level. A plant, kind of plant. I guess it represents, I don't know, can you push this or something? Oh, God. Does it change? Not really. Oh yeah, there. Wow, impressive. So we just were at the Water Museum. It was a refreshing experience. Not the type of museum that we used to visit, but still it was fine. It was quite okay. You could learn many interesting things, and I think for kids it's amazing that they can just explore with their own hands and their own senses. You know how the water and everything related to it is disappearing, and the sea level is rising. Everything is going a bit crazy, or at least that's what they say. So yeah, definitely a museum worth visiting if you have a family, and if you don't, well, it could still be interesting, but if you don't have the museum card, like if you pay the ticket individually, it might not be worth the visit. And that's the Holy Museum from the front. We might go to that cafe because I saw they have pastéis de nata, so those custard cakes that we loved from Portugal.
Is het mogelijk om iets mee te nemen? Zeker.
Ja.
Twee koffie.
Ook voor mij misschien.
Zwarte koffie? Ja. Ja?
Ja. Nog geen koffie.
Oh, die zwarte koffie. Ja? Willen jullie ook iets eten? Ja, allemaal?
Ja.
Dus dan 4.
Ja.
Hebben jullie pastel de nata? Nee, die zijn helaas op. Sorry.
Ja.
Iets anders. We hebben wel daar die rondjes met room erin.
So they didn't have pastéis de nata, which is a pity, but well, we got something else. 3 drinks and 4 pieces of cake. 16.15. So well, a bit expensive, but maybe it's worth it. So now we are going to the car because we are gonna go to the Openluchtmuseum, so the open air museum in Arnhem, which is a bit further away. Like you cannot, if you walk there, it would be too much. So we're gonna take the car and drive there. It is the airborne museum, not open air museum. Sorry.